Hey everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Wisdom. If you've been following our series on Islamic philosophers in ancient history, you know we're exploring the incredible minds that shaped not just the Islamic world, but human thought as a whole. Today we're diving into our second segment, and it's all about the man often called the first philosopher of the Arabs, Al-Kindi. So who was Al-Kindi, and why does he matter? Well, imagine being the first person to try to bridge the ancient Greek philosophical tradition with Islamic thought. That was Al-Kindi. He was a pioneer in every sense of the word. His full name was Abu Yusuf Yaqub ibn Ishaq al-Kindi, and he lived during the 9th century in what was then the flourishing Abbasid Caliphate. Born in Kufa, Iraq, Al-Kindi came from an aristocratic Arab family.
His father was the governor of Kufa, which gave Al-Kindi access to a solid education and powerful intellectual circles. But Al-Kindi didn't just coast on privilege. He pursued knowledge with passion and curiosity. He was eventually invited to Baghdad, the intellectual capital of the Islamic Golden Age, where he joined the House of Wisdom. Yes, the very place we talked about in our first episode. What made Al-Kindi truly remarkable was his ability to take Greek philosophical ideas, especially those of Aristotle and Plato, and interpret them within an Islamic framework. Think about it. This was a time when Greek philosophy could be seen as foreign, even threatening. But Al-Kindi boldly argued that truth is truth, no matter where it comes from. That's a big deal. It meant opening the door for intercultural intellectual exchange. Let's talk about some of his works. Al-Kindi wrote over 260 treatises, though sadly only a fraction of those survive today. His subjects, philosophy, logic, mathematics, music, astronomy, medicine, psychology, you name it. This guy was like a one-man university. In philosophy, Al-Kindi believed that reason and revelation could work together. He didn't see philosophy as a threat to religion, but as a means to understand it more deeply. He believed that through reason, humans could arrive at truths that complemented divine teachings. This approach would later influence major figures like Avicenna and Averroes. One of his key philosophical concerns was the nature of the soul and its relationship to the body. Drawing on Platonic ideas, he argued that the soul is immortal and that our true goal should be intellectual and moral purification. His library was reportedly confiscated, and he faded into relative obscurity by the end of his life. Yet his legacy lived on, both in the Islamic world and in Europe, where his translated works influenced medieval Christian thinkers. So, why should we remember Al-Kindi today? Because he teaches us that philosophy doesn't belong to one culture or time period. He shows us the value of seeking knowledge wherever it may be found, across borders, languages, and beliefs. In a world that often feels divided, Al-Kindi reminds us that the quest for truth is a universal human pursuit. Before we wrap up, here's a question for you. If you had to explain the idea that truth has no cultural owner to someone today, how would you do it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how you'd bring Al-Kindi's wisdom into our modern world.
Thanks for watching today's episode of Spiritual Wisdom. Next time, we'll meet Al-Farabi, the man known as the second teacher after Aristotle. We'll explore his vision of a virtuous society and how he merged philosophy with politics. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Until then, keep asking questions and stay wise.